That's a blank screen. Where the hell is it? Here we go. Headline: Man who died of COVID dissected in front of a live paying audience without the family's consent. An elderly man who died as a result of COVID-19 was recently dissected in front of a live paying audience in Oregon without his family's consent, according to a local news report. The macabre public autopsy of 98-year-old David Saunders' body took place on October 17th in a Marriott ballroom in Portland as part of a traveling oddities and curiosities expo. It wasn't even medical? Oh my God. According to its I know I read a lot of this stuff for the first time with you. I think it's part of the charm of the show. I grab headlines, say, oh, there you go, there's a grab bag. Oh, there you go. We'll do it together. According to its website, the expo often features dark and sideshow performances and marks itself as leading community for lovers of the strange, unusual, and bizarre. Family members of Saunders, including his widow, only learned of the morbid event after seeing it covered by local news and were reportedly shocked at the revelation. I would take a flamethrower to wherever these people call work. I know that's a horrible and dangerous thing to say in front of a microphone. But that's there would be nothing stopping me. There would be nothing stopping me. They had been under the impression that when they donated their loved one's body to the Las Vegas-based company Med Ed Labs, the body would be used for private medical research, not in a traveling freak show. Instead, Saunders' body ended up in the hands of DeathScience.com founder Jeremy Siliberto, who in turn used it as a centerpiece of the expo. Attendees reportedly paid $500 to witness the autopsy in person. But it wasn't surprising to me, because I don't know why anybody donates their body to anybody anymore. All right? They're growing bodies in laboratories, places. They're doing such obscene things to get biological. I mean, why anybody is giving their body willingly to these butchers is beyond me. And it reminded me of this story that we covered back in August of 2019. You guys remember this? For those of you who have been around at least 2 years. Man suing body donation company after mother's corpse was used for bomb testing. An Arizona man is suing a body donation company for selling his mother's body to the military for blast testing. Jim Stauffer believed his mother's body would be used for medical research. Instead, it was used to test bomb impact. More than 5 years ago, Stauffer's mother, Doris, died in hospice care after suffering from Alzheimer's. Stauffer donated his mother's body to Biological Resource Center, BRC, hoping it would be used for Alzheimer's research, according to Reuters. Years later, a reporter from Reuters contacted Stauffer with some shocking news. In 2016, Reuters found that more than 20 dead bodies donated to an Arizona broker were actually used in U.S. Army blast experiments. This was without consent of the deceased or next of kin, and for some, it was done against the family's objections. So they're trying to ascertain the amount of damage that the human body takes on caused by roadside bombs and things like that. Just imagine someone you love who's passed on being used like that in secret. In secret. Now, if you gave your mother or father's body up to the military to be blown up by an improvised explosive device, then I guess you have some kind of a chip on your shoulder. Obviously, they did something wrong to you, but this is, I don't know why anybody gives themselves up. Burn me on the spot. Burn me on the spot. Don't take your eyes off of my body. All right? Just start burning me. I forgot who in my life was asked, well, what do you want to do with your body after you die? You know, uncle, grandpa, somebody. It wasn't a grandparent. I love when you get these responses, especially from the old Italian guys. Just throw me in the garbage. Just throw me in the garbage and be done with it. Don't spend a lot of money, please. Just throw me in the garbage. And that's always like the first time that, I was watching The Godfather. I was probably about 8 years old. It was Godfather 3 was on the air at my grandmother's house, and I was sitting in my grandmother's living room. It was late at night, or later at night. My father was watching it with my grandmother and stuff, and everybody. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but The Godfather 3 had gone into commercial break, and somebody was talking about pulses and heart rates and whatever. It might have been a blood pressure machine commercial or something. And I'm sitting next to my father on the couch, and I asked him, I said, they said something about the pulse, checking your pulse, and what it might have been a medical news brief. And I said, Dad, where's your pulse? Because I didn't, I said, well, where do you check a pulse? I said, Dad, where's your pulse? And he never broke from watching the television. His eyes never left the television screen. He just simply said, I don't have a pulse. And even back then at 8 years old, I couldn't stop laughing. It's just amazing, because why wouldn't he have a pulse? Oh, good memories. Good memories. Things that made me who I am today. I don't have a pulse.